So the units that scale well into the late game are shamans. I think Bloodlust is amazing in the mode. Archers are okay. We'll go with shamans. Spellbreakers can protect our Bloodlust from being stolen by spellbreakers. We can also go Heal Ward, and we can protect our Heal Wards from being stolen by spellbreakers. With spellbreakers. Or we could go for Necromancers and Priests with Dispel and Inner Fire. Let's go with the spellbreakers. Fairy Dragon? Dragonhawk. Dragonhawk can help against heavy enemy air like Frostworm and Chimera. That's their only purpose. And they're not that good even at that. I do like Demolisher. Did you quit Warcraft 3 ladder for the Direct Strike? I don't quit, I just take breaks. I could also go back to university. I mean to go back and actually do it. If this whole gaming thing doesn't work out. Get a degree, you know. There's our Dispel, Destroyer. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys, because it's funny. Kidding is funny. Let's go double grunt, and then we'll go mine. We're actually gonna try to do that thing where we delay the hero. What kind of degree were you studying? So, funny story about university with me. When I was 17, I started pro gaming Warcraft 3, and I am I'm trying to see what I should say. When I was 17, I started pro gaming Warcraft 3. I was still in high school. I finished high school when I was 18. Some of my classmates were going to be going to Australia after they're 18 instead of studying. So basically there's 3 levels of... Okay, let me start at the start. There's 3 levels of education for high school in the Netherlands. They group you by your academic capabilities, basically. If you are in the lower class, you prepare for vocational work. If you are in the higher class, the highest, you will go to university. And if you are in the middle class, it's something in between. Maybe you go a little bit for follow-up education for a few years, or you go to work as well. This is very, very generalist, like very, very, very generalized, right? So if you are in the MAVO, you finish high school at 16, and if you're in HAVO, you finish high school at 17, and if you're in VWO, then you finish high school at 18. And so I was doing VWO, which is bilingual VWO. That's so funny, misspelling it there right when I'm like, yeah, bilingual, by the way. Anyway, so I was gonna finish at 18, basically. Yeah, we're just gonna go mass grunts here. And so when I was 17, I started pro gaming. So I'm gonna finish high school at 18 if I graduate, which I did with C minuses and Bs. And then supposedly the next follow-up step was university. But my, let's say, my parents have a very hands-off approach in my growing up. They're like, they let me to be free to do anything or nothing. They were not very involved. Also, they're divorced, so they have like a lot of their own problems and stuff. But yeah, like there was not like a lot of guidance to what I'm gonna be doing. There was just this general, almost unspoken expectation that I'm gonna go to university. So I didn't know what I want to do. I'm sure many of you are the same. You have no idea what you actually want to do. But there was also not any plans to do anything in particular. So I was pretty much just like my own. It was my own. It was completely up to me to make something out of it, let's say. To choose studies. Nobody asked me, what do you want to be when you're older or anything like that. So, yeah, I didn't really know. Schools guide the process a bit, but it felt like everybody else in my high school knew what they wanted to do when they graduate high school, except for me. I didn't know. So I really didn't know what I'm gonna do, and then I saw some other kids gonna go to Australia for like half a year to do some work apprentice, whatever. And for myself, I was like, hey, I don't want to go to Australia, but maybe I can do this pro gaming thing. So I parlayed with my parents. I went to them one by one, and I was like, maybe instead of uni, I could do pro gaming. And my mother said, like, sure, anything makes you happy. Why not? She always loved it when I do things off the beaten path. And then I asked my dad, and he said that's a bad idea, because if you do this, then you're not going to want to go back to actually study anything anymore. And I said, no, really, I will. And he said, okay. And so I did it. I did the thing, and I went to pro game for a year instead of studying. And so then the year finished, and when I was 19, and the date that you could last sign up for uni, which would start in like September or August or something, was fast approaching, right? So very offhandedly, my mother started like reminding me that, have you signed up for uni? And no, do it soon, okay? Okay. And then I keep practicing 12 to 14 hours a day Warcraft 3 to focus on my tournaments. A week later, 2 weeks later again, have you signed up? No, okay, do it soon, okay? All right. Didn't do it again. Shit, I forgot to make my hero. Let's make a third mine then. Alright, let's go for some more grunts. That's fine. This is fine. This is good. We're trying a no hero build. We'll make archer as well. No, this is good. This is a strong opening. Don't worry about it. One archer and we'll beat the huntresses. We'll never beat the AFK allegations, but we'll beat the huntresses. I'm playing a no hero build. Alright, we'll make the hero next. Right? Should I get an armor upgrade? But I'll miss hero for another wave. Yeah, let's get armor. It's very good against huntresses. And his priest is stacked. Yeah, so did you sign up yet? No. Right? Over and over. And then finally the deadline was like basically passed. And I felt that guilt and that passive, like, let bad things happen because I didn't plan anything. And I still waited. And then like a week or two after, my ADHD finally allowed me to sign up.
365 days of Grubby and downloading WC3 champs for the first time tonight and playing some direct strike.
So my ADHD, yo, thanks a lot, man. Enjoy, Wintermelon. My ADHD or whatever, my laziness or my, like, I don't know, lack of wanting to do it finally made me sign up. And then I signed up to English, to study English in university. But it was like a week or two late, after the deadline. And while I did feel bad about that, I did not try to proactively find out if that is actually going to be a problem. And here's another thing. I was so world unknown. I didn't know where books come from. So when I was in high school and primary school, my parents ordered books for me so I can do the thing. I guess when you're a parent, you get like a message that, you know, I don't know, like, I don't know how parents learn these things, but you order books for your kids and then they go to school and they use the books, right? From trees, right, from trees. And so, I thought they're just gonna show up. I don't know, this is kind of stupid, I guess, because obviously things cost money. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But I thought they'll just show up. So when the first day of university was going to begin, well, let's call it, just to make it simple, 7 August. I got messaging. I got to understand that it will start on 1st of August. Let's say 1st of August, right? And the introductory week for University of Utrecht was beginning for everyone, and for English and for everyone. So I thought, okay, I don't really like tutorials, as you guys know. Am I gonna... Dreadlord maybe, or Cryptlord? Let's do Cryptlord. I don't really like tutorials, so I decided to skip the introduction week. And so I showed up after the introduction week began, basically on August 8th, the next Monday. Let's go tier 2. And so I showed up and I didn't know where to go, and right? And normally in high school when I didn't know where to go, I just go to the janitor, like the I don't know, like the announcement office, and I basically asked them, because they always had a schedule. You're supposed to have your own schedule, but I didn't have anything. So I just went to the like say the help desk, and I asked them, where's my next class? Because for me it's still high school. I don't even have an imagination of what university is like at all, and I never gave it a single thought. So I show up, I'm like, I don't know where to go, where's my first class? And so I go to the announcement office and they're like, your name please. I give my name. They're like, we don't see you in the system. Well, why not? Because obviously I'm not signed up, right? Makes sense. Should I get Spellbreakers? Doctor? I mean, I think all of this is kind of weak. I think I just need lots of archers so I can kill those huntresses. And they said, we don't see you in the system. When did you sign up? And I said, X and so date, right? And they're like, well, that's too late. I'm like, you know, I know, but like, can you just do me a solid, and can I? They're like, well, we can see what we can do. Do you at least have your books? I'm like, they're like, so you signed up late and you don't have any books. I said, correct. And so they're like, so you're not really signed up here at all, but did you at least go to the introduction week? And I said, I didn't. And they're like, that's mandatory. I'm like, I think introduction weeks are boring, right? You didn't go to the introduction week, you haven't got any books. Because I was like, maybe I can borrow someone's books for a bit. And then they said, I think you should just go home. I thought that sounded like a great idea. Those are the best thing I heard all day. And so I just I started walking aimlessly through Utrecht because I kind of felt like a lot of guilt and shame. And I was walking through Utrecht, which is the city that I was gonna be studying in, or I guess not. And then at some point I called my mother. I was like, I think I'm coming home. She's like, what happened to uni? I said, well, funny story that. I was too late to sign up. I haven't got any books. And yeah, so they won't let me in and they won't let me join the classes. And she said, all right, come home then. And that's it. And we pretty much barely talked about it anymore. And then I just continued my pro gaming. And the rest is history, and here we are. W mom? I mean... It would have been nice if she could have said that I need books to go to uni. That would have been pretty good info. What do your parents say now? They're not really that involved. They don't really like watch or anything. They have like a vague concern for me. So they don't even know how well or bad any of this is going. My dad just sometimes says, I hope it's going well. I'm always concerned for you, because for him it's like a weird business, this streaming thing. And when I say it's going well, he's always happy. Well, you know. I didn't need any books for my uni. Oh, really? Don't you ever regret that you could have had a degree and work a 9 to 5 that could barely make you a living? That does sound really interesting. And if you throw in a bad boss and colleagues I hate, then I feel like I could have had the American dream. Honestly, when you do your best to make something happen and it just doesn't happen, you don't have to be sad. You can just tell yourself it wasn't meant to be. Oh, I did not do my best. That was not me doing my best to to make it happen. I mean, I think that much is clear, no? I did my best not to make it happen. And it worked. I did my best to play as many games as possible and to save as much time on things that weren't gaming as possible. And the only way that I failed in that is getting a dog and a girlfriend, which are worth it. But studying was not worth it.
Research complete.
Ah, shuck, no uni for me. Back to gaming. I started practicing Warcraft 3 again that very day. As an American, the American dream isn't all that. Yeah. They call it the American dream is because you need to be asleep to believe in it. Oh, I need some protection on my Cryptlord. I could get Bloodlust. I have Bloodlusted archers. Wow, that's lots of dryads. Can get a third destroyer. Should ally deactivate snakes for heal wave chance? I don't think so. I think there's something about proximity. Oh my god, this guy is triple belt. I need some belting too. Not from my dad again though. Is this one? I'm just kidding, he never belted me. Let's get a belt, ring, evasion. I hate melee heroes in direct strike. I'm noob though. Yeah, same. What exactly do destroyers do? So destroyers, they eat buffs. They eat debuffs from your army and buffs from their army. In fact, they are agnostic about whose buff it is, but that's how you try to micro in one-on-one. And when they steal the buff, they get lots of health and lots of mana. And mana makes them do more than double damage of what they normally do. You missed out? Yeah, probably. Do you need ring on crypt? I guess I don't need ring as much as I need evasion and belt, because I already have spike carapace with 3 armor. So we're a lot tankier now than before. Eee! Can get some bloodlust, get carapace. Let's get some bloodlusted archers. So the Cryptlord did its best to stay alive. Ouch. Who decides which level of high skill you get to do? Yeah, so the way that goes is when you're in primary school, when you're like 10 years old, you first start to do Sito Tuts, Sito. And this is a kind of standardized national grading test that tries to establish your talents in life. Be they like vocational or academic or mixture or whatever. And of course, this is never going to be perfect, right? Because some people peak early, some people peak late, etc. But yeah, that's kind of how that goes. And there's other conditions that can affect these things greatly. But yeah, I'm not saying it's perfect, but that's how it goes. So you do testing, and then you do more testing when you're 11 and 12. It's when you're 12. That's when the final one gets done. But the testing practice begins earlier than that. Anyway. I should get one A-bomb with the G-Splat. Depending on how that test goes, there will start to be an advice. They will say, like, we advise you the higher level. Or they don't call it high, medium, low for stigmatization, but we advise this level or that level or the third level, right? And then, depending on how strong the advice is... Shit, I really need to deal with those grunts. Depending on like how strong that advice is or whether there's any room for interpretation, parents will either accept it and follow it, or they will not. And sometimes parents argue about it quite a lot because, you know, they think that there's better opportunity if you go to the higher level. But sometimes that can actually backfire because maybe the kid is going to struggle in the higher level of academia. And then as a result, they're going to have to like downgrade somewhere, which by the way has extremely negative psychological consequences. It's advice or you're forced? It's advice. But I think if they advise you like the 16-year-old level, you can't just hard force 18, as far as I know. But then I don't have kids, so I'm like not sure, right? I think I need more abominations. Can you bribe your way up? Maybe, I don't know. Vivi, who's also Dutch, said my first year was Mavo Havo VWO class. My CITO said I could VWO with ease. Ended up doing Mavo because I was lazy. Yeah, there you go. This is looking pretty gnarly.
Tip for the Grubstar less than 3, and in case you'll ever need money for uni books. Thank you for being you.
Thank you, dude. Impale! Yeah. You know another funny thing about the uni story? The uni story? The main involvement of my father in the whole university story was he said I should take out a loan. There's something called Studiebeurs, which is like a scholarship for studying. At the time in 2004, it was like 400 or 500 euros a month by either the government or maybe a subsidiary of, I don't know. And that loan can help you to get an apartment, like a student apartment. Oh, by the way, I have a witch doctor. You can get a student apartment. You can pay books. You can pay food, that kind of thing. It's a low interest loan, and it can be useful, I guess. But I had saved up pocket money. In Netherlands, you get something called kleedgeld, which is like clothing money, and this is something parents give their kids. Most, I guess, maybe not all. It depends on everyone's situation, right? It could be like 20 to 100 euros a month, as you get like into your teens. And I saved all of it up, spending almost nothing, and then I had kind of enough to get started, even though I didn't buy any books apparently. And so I didn't need the student loan at all. And my father, in fact, did not know my financial situation. He just said, you should get the loan. And so I did, and then I got the money. But then once the system recognized that I don't actually go to uni, or I canceled it. Either I canceled it or they recognized I didn't actually go. And that was that. I deposited the money back. It was canceled. That's pretty much what happened there. I didn't even need the loan, but yeah, there you go. We have the same thing in Poland. You get loan with 0% interest, and you can just put it into bank on deposit with like 6% return yearly and make money on it. Yeah. Yeah, well, this was all before the 2008 financial collapse. So like back in those days, it was considered that... do I still have a doctor? It was considered you could earn stuff like that back. I think I'll just go mass destroyers, it's really good. Maybe get one of those strength items that gives mana as well. How are teacher ethics in the Netherlands? How often teachers yell, are rude? So the Netherlands, in my opinion, has a problem with teachers that don't have enough authority over kids. Kids are often downright disrespectful to teachers. And since teachers aren't allowed to physically punish kids, and in fact, there are very few schools that dare to punish kids with expelling, etc. Probably because, you know, you're gonna deal with angry parents or whatever. You've got extremely disrespectful kids to teachers. It's a worldwide issue. Norway got the same problem. It's getting worse in Canada too. Kids are kings, yeah. And so that's kind of the problem. Like, I'm not saying kids should be hit, ever. But... I wish I and all my fellow classmates had had more respect for the teachers. It would have made the classes a lot more interesting. I respect teachers so much because I knew what little shits we were and how little they get paid and how much they have to overwork. I think teacher is one of the most underappreciated jobs in the world, and they deserve double pay and half the stress that they get. That's my opinion. Two things: low birth rate, small families worsen the issue. And bad parenting. Overwork though? Yeah, I think so. Hey, priestess, cool. Many teachers are expected to spend evenings grading. I mean, every teacher. And I think that time at home is generally not paid, as far as I know. There's this really cool Key and Peele sketch where teachers are treated the same way that top athletes are treated. That was a really good sketch because it shows a dream that would be awesome. Yeah, but they have a lot more vacation. Yeah, true, and they do need that, I would say. Dude, can they devour this stupid Blade Master already? They don't devour because they don't recognize it as a threat. Move Cryptlord to the top to stop Starfall. Yeah, we can try that. He has to be really far in the top though, it's not easy. Did you know Key and Peele were in White and Nerdy video? I don't know what White and Nerdy is, so no, I did not know that. Teachers have summertime free? Yeah. Sometimes they have to grade or prepare curriculum in summer, I guess, but that's pretty cool. So we should probably get a demo or two with burning oil. Yeah, that's how I feel too, Shoulders. The summer break is deserved. And I think teachers aren't making like 70, 80k per year. Which is what I feel like they deserve. I think they're probably making like, I don't know this for a fact, 35 to 45 would be my guess.
More gold.
I don't have a shade. It didn't work, but we have silence as well, said you. So maybe we'll get a silence. That's accurate for the US generally. High school teachers make 90k per year in Denmark? Really? Damn. No Miriam and she got silenced. Why do I have animal war training? Oh, for Dragonhawk. That's a lie, a Danish teacher doesn't make that. I do 40k a year, teacher in Sweden. High school teachers make 15k in Croatia. Wow. Wow, look at that. 9 griffins. Big Bad Voodoo. Dude, he's got a real good thing going.
More gold. How can I help?
get some level on the priestess before we get another hero. We'll get a 3rd attack upgrade. Oh shit, mass Gargs. How do I deal with that? Do I have any dedicated anti-air? I have Raider, Dragonhawk. I can't go Dragonhawk, they're 180. He's got 2-2 Gargs. I think my destroyers are gonna get smashed. I lose this hard. Actually, we're fine. I'm actually surprised how well my army did there. How is that possible? I think it's the archers. Dude, look at those hippos! Those hippos don't lie! Wow, he actually clicked Impale on Blade. It missed the Impale because of Am Spell Shield. In Germany, we have to start give teacher only contracts for 1 year. Okay, so you're saying that Germany now operates off of 1 year contracts because I think I heard something like that in Netherlands. Because teachers don't want anything else except that? Like it's better for them or what? Because teachers are so rare? It's not true, it's a small percentage of teachers. Oh, I heard about 3/4 contracts a year. They don't pay for summer season. Oh, damn. Oh, so it's an austerity measure by the school. So you're jobless for a month or two every time. It's kind of... That's messed up, man. Dude, Panda level 10 in the back. Starfall quietly owning. He will use Impale on anything except that. There go my destroyers. Dude, that Panda's insane. Are we just gonna ignore this shit? Well, he's the one with the tanks. What do I do against hippos? Raiders? Is it time for raiders?
I have heard the summons. Take your time. Look around. Time is fleeting. Hello. I serve.
Maybe I should get one orb on the Cryptlord.
Can I help you? Hello. Can I help you? Speak.
It's not the best orb, but it's the only one I could afford there. Hippo is 65 gold, just forget about air now. No, I need my destroyers. I can't just throw away 7 Destro. Are we gonna die here? The only hope is that we hold them for long enough that part of their army will despawn. Where's my CL? CL is holding, he's tanky. Impale, impale! Impale! Oh, you got silenced. Yo, my army held well actually, holy shit. I feel like archers are kind of the god of this army. But I also need more tanks. Every army needs tank. Oh, and by the way, spellbreakers are also okay second line of tank. Can steal some buff. Can't believe I don't have spellbreakers yet. Dude, the panda is really holding them off. Good shit. We must act. So he's got aura, he's got bone chimes, she's got nothing yet. They have no auras. Reposition Cryptlord to mid? You think so? Why? So he can be like a central tank? In front of the abominations even? To impale their center? Sure. He is tanking all the worms, which is actually an amazing outcome because he has Orb of Fire. So the worms aren't attacking anything good. We're gonna have Starfall soon. That was a great reposition on the Cryptlord. Go chat. He is dying now. Oh, we're dead. That's a nice Starfall, but it needed to last just a little longer. Drunken breath. Fire haze. Shit. Hey, my Cryptlord's still here. Jeez. Our Cryptlord and Panda are massive tanks. What's the last upgrade Grubby didn't buy? War training for Dragon Hogs and Envenom Spears for Wyverns. This is fine. This is not even gonna get through the Panda. Let's get third hero. We got 3 seconds to decide. Big Bad Voodoo feels good, man.
More gold is required. Not summoned.
I don't mean to patronize, just in case he doesn't know. Thanks for the sub, Lakrataya. Could have gone second Cryptlord, but Brilliance is pretty solid too. Can we stack with the Shadow? Yeah, I think so. Oh wait, don't Starfall. Okay, Starfall. Do it. Do it! Do it, you dits! There it is. We should lose this. We have nothing left, but Cryptlord is tanking so much. Oh my god! Oh my god, it's a miracle! It's a miracle! Do it now! There's another healing ward. Oh my god. This is it. I know this is it. This is the end. There's no way, right? Make some breakers and we'll go back into archers. For Pandaria! He's such an amazing tank once you put Orb of Fire on him. It's distracting all the enemy Frostworms and Chimera to attack him instead of something else. There's so many heroes here. He has no mana, but we can turn off Impale and then we're gonna get Locust Swarm again. Another Starfall, I mean, I think that's fine. There's no way that they stop this, right? This guy has Hippos, Footmen, Griffins. We got Archmages 3. Oh my god, we leveled so much. What a cool game, what a giga stack. Dude, Cryptlord is so good actually. Jesus. What a fun game. Well played both sides. Giga stack, yeah. Did it just say Orb of Fire reduces their healing? Yeah. By 90%. Whoa. That's really good. 825 kills. That's really good. 90%. Holy shit.